fact, I'll tell you what happens. We take them to what we call the higher self. We're going to show a videotape in a little while about an actual regression that was done. And from the higher self, the patient can actually...
An actual regression was done with one of our ladies from the audience.
That you selected.
Yes.
But, you know, and from the higher self, the higher self can actually tell the patient what they did in the past and the future. You know what question very often the higher self will ask me while I'm doing this? They'll say, can we talk?
See?
Let's take a picture of Virginia.
I was a hardcore
Let me see a tight shot. That's Virginia before. Look at. Now let's see after, Brian. How much you lose?
108 pounds. I took 2 weeks off. I gained my.
How does that get a hand?
I gained my weight when I was 8 years old, and I was fat my entire life. I was a size 20, wedding gown, high school graduation, college, the whole bit.
And let's see the other picture we have, Brian. You couldn't have a baby.
I couldn't get pregnant, but that's not unusual when you're obese.
And look at this.
I have 2 now. I had a daughter 4 months ago.
Now give us a... You were agoraphobic?
Oh, yes.
You wouldn't leave the house, would you?
I would not leave the bedroom.
Must be very painful.
It is. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. It is really terrible.
When was the onset of this?
I started, I believe it was about 1978 or 79, and I went for therapy elsewhere, but it was always there. It just never quite left. I was in control of certain things, but I knew it was still there. Then I saw Dr. Goldberg on television. I think it was 83?
Yes.
In 83, and I thought, I'm going to try this out.
Were you literally paralyzed about going outside the home?
Oh, my biggest, well, the best thing that happened to me when I finally went out to the corner with my dog. That was a big event, when I could walk down to the corner. I couldn't concentrate on how to make a peanut butter sandwich.
I went because I had a particular problem. I was a compulsive overeater. And I had tried everything. I mean, everything. And I saw Dr. Goldberg on a television show, and I thought, well, I could try this. It could work. So I went.
And what did you see in your first session, progression session?
Well, in the session, you know, this was something just so foreign and so new and everything, and I actually could see myself engaged in various activities that I'd never done before, and I thought, well, this is very strange. I would see like little flashes, little clips, so to speak.
Can you share any of these?
Oh, yeah. This one was really, really quite funny. I saw myself running, and you know, when the running craze first started, you know, I was aware of it and everything, and I thought, this is something I will never do. I would pray for rain. I would do anything. I wouldn't do this. Well, interestingly enough, last year I completed my first marathon. A few weeks ago I did my first half marathon. And
this
I'm
is
now training
after your
my
progression therapy?
Yes.
You became a running fanatic?
Yes. And I'm training for another marathon.
Well, good for you.
I was a bit skeptical, I'll have to tell you the truth.
Symptom substitution, as you might suspect. When she gave up or overcame the compulsive overeating, it was because she literally raised her soul's energy by accessing her higher self, and therefore overcame the reasons, the susceptibility, the vulnerability to overeating. The running is something that she loves, as she loves her creativity. It's part of her. It makes her look young. It makes her trim and vigorous.